Hey there, POWderkeg. I'm Brian Zane, the Commissioner of POW Pro Wrestling, welcoming you to the Never Tell Me the Odds Countdown Show. That's happening this Saturday night, September 27th, live from Eugene, Oregon, at our home in World Pies at our new official start time of 6:30 Pacific, simultaneously airing live on the POW Pro Wrestling YouTube channel for those who cannot make it. You know, they say the odds of surviving a tag team title match against the Hess Clan, well, for some, those numbers can be astronomically high. But for the Flamin' Aces, Spencer Scott and Zay Perez, that is a chance they are willing to take. This Saturday night, they are going for broke in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team titles. This is a battle months in the making and one that the champions cannot run from. For the past year, family matters have been at the forefront of the careers of both the Hess Clan and the Flamin' Aces. For the Flamin' Aces, it's been an up and down ride for the last year. After months of turmoil with Caleb Kennedy, Spencer Scott was able to at last return to the ring and renew his partnership with the Playboy and resume their quest for the POW Tag Team Championship. For the Hess Clan, it's been a year of generational success and reunion. Ever since Uncle Sid made his shocking debut last October at Wicked Game, helping his brethren defeat the Hammer Brothers for the POW Tag Team Championship. Since then, the Hesses have put other teams' championship dreams to rest and even ended the tag team career of Most Violent. Enter the Flamin' Aces. At Base Brawl, Perez and Scott had the championship in their grasp until Dom Hess saved the family's prized possession by attacking the referee. 1 month later at Multiple Maniacs, the Aces tried to thwart the Hesses' devious tactics but got DQ'd themselves. Then at Rough House, the Aces jumped the Hesses as the show went on the air, leading to a raucous brawl and this announcement from yours truly.
What's going on between you two teams? It's been going on far too long, and there's been far too much crap interfering in the endings. So here's what we're going to do. Next month, Never Tell Me the Odds. That's the site of a 2 out of 3 falls matchup for the POW Tag Team Championship. Hess Clan, I know you found ways to sneak out of defenses the last couple of months. That's not the case here. If you get disqualified in that championship matchup, then you are automatically losing the tag titles.
For once, the champions will be forced to fight fair against their tenacious challengers or their reign goes up in smoke. Can the clan assert their dominance as the leaders of the pack, or will Zay and Spencer finally achieve their 4-year dream and claim the POW Tag titles? Find out at Never Tell Me the Odds.
It's crazy how the Flamin' Aces have been here for 4 years and they still haven't even got the tag titles. We get so close, but we get cheated at the very end of it.
Not this time though. Not next month. 2 out of 3 falls. Flamin' Aces, Hess Clan. We're not doing this again. This is it. We've come this close every time. This time it's ours. Flamin' Aces, 4 years we've been at POW Pro Wrestling. I think it's about time that we get some gold for it. What do they say?
Always bet on Aces.
Flaming Aces, Brian Zane, you don't get to make the matches around here. We're the tag team champs at it. You don't get them so mad. Oh. Flaming Aces, once again, you're gonna come in and ruin the Hess Clan's party, daddy. No more. You want a best 2 out of 3 with the Hess Clan? Well, it doesn't matter if it's 51 out of 100. We're gonna come out on top every time, daddy. September 27th. Aces, I swear to God, you get in our ring one more time, boys. We're gonna fold you like a cheap stack of cards. Sid, John, let's get out of here.
That's just one of the exciting barn-burning matches you're only going to find at POW Pro Wrestling this Saturday night when we present Never Tell Me the Odds. You know, Kid Bandit, the protagonist of pro wrestling, she is a favorite at POW, and she's recently made her return to the organization in a great back-and-forth match against Brendan Royce, one part of the Alpha Sigma squad. You got to give Royce credit. He made it really tough for Kid Bandit, but at the end of the day, she won, leaving Royce flat on his back. Now, that combined with Caleb Tennedy's loss to Amira that same night, needless to say, the Alpha Sigma squad were licking their wounds that night after the show, and Tennedy, as you'll find out in these post-match comments, well, he had a lot to say about Kid Bandit.
Listen guys, it was a frustrating night. Really frustrating for me because Maddie Medina screwed me out of this match. She kind of like this. 1, 2, 3. I didn't have a chance to kick out.
You know what? And I had it pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Kid Bandit, I kicked out on God. They just rang the bell way too early.
Early counter, but hey, enough of the banter and bicker and all that. We're Alpha Sigma. We're here for life. Brothers for life.
And you know what? I got a solution. Tripod, let me see the shirt. Bandit, listen here. Next month, you may be Brendan, but I want you in a one-on-one. And let me see the shirt. Let me see the shirt.
See it, believe it, brother.
Yeah.
See it,
You're
believe
gonna
it.
like this, Bandit.
Yup.
And Kid Bandit, focus the camera here. Because next month, it's funny that the name of the show is called Never Tell Me the Odds. Because the odds of you winning are slim to none. Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna slide in that ring, I'm gonna kick your teeth in, I'm gonna hit you with the greatest package. Then it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Say it with me, boys. Faces down, ass up, bang! Woo!
Hello there! Generally, this is where I'd like to celebrate, because after all, I just scored a major victory today against Brendan Royce. But they are part of Alpha Sigma Squad. Let's see, that spells like ass. And asses have 2 cheeks. And not to be cheeky, mind you, I have unfinished business with ASS. So, on September 27th, at Never Tell Me the Odds, this is where the fun begins, because it's me versus Caleb. And I'm gonna make sure that the Force is on my side. And this is the way for your protagonist, Kid Bandit.
So Tennedy putting his money where his mouth is, once again throwing down a challenge, this time to Kid Bandit, hoping to pick up where Brendan Royce left off. We're going to see that singles match this Saturday night. Also in action, you're going to see the former POW Pro Wrestling champion, the Bad Life choice, Caden Cassidy. Since making his return to POW, he has made it his mission to reclaim what was his and dominate the field at POW Pro Wrestling. He gets a chance to add another win to his column when he takes on the debuting Bryce Saturn. Take a listen to these comments from the Kingpin ahead of this big match.
May of 2024. I disappeared from POW Pro Wrestling. Self-exiled due to my final loss against one Funny Bone. However, the Kingpin may have been gone, but I didn't waste that time. I rebuilt. I hardened. I sharpened my edge. And in January 2025, a king returned to a standing ovation. But ever since then, it's been nothing but war. I've gone toe to toe with the good Dr. Cleaver. I've stood across from Levi Shapiro and proved that I can trade fists with one of the best. It's only a matter of time before I reclaim the crown that was once taken from my head. Now, September. Bryce Saturn. You call yourself the Emperor. Coming in from Las Vegas like you're ready to stake your claim to this territory. Let me make this real clear. This isn't your empire. This is my kingdom, and I've beaten bigger. I've survived harder, and I've outlasted better than you. And when the bell rings, Bryce, you're going to find out exactly why they call me the Kingpin of the Pacific Northwest. Step into my world, and you'll learn the hard way that you just made a bad life choice.
Well, a couple of months ago at Multiple Maniacs, during the Rumble to Regret, few groups made as big an impact on the matchup as the Ascendancy. It's a group of individuals brought down from Relentless Wrestling, courtesy of Chase James. And although James himself was not present at Multiple Maniacs, his vision of chaos was certainly felt that night. Take a look at the big man from this group, the Price of War, Jackson Price, standing 7 feet tall, 300 pounds, certainly one of the largest athletes we have ever seen at POW Pro Wrestling. And we know the Ascendancy is going to be back in action this Saturday night. You're going to see the big man, Jackson Price, taking on Chuco Bum. And that guy's got enough obstacles in life as it is. He's already the Vago from El Paso. He's already POW Pro Wrestling's most popular rough sleeper. But now he's going to be in for the fight of his career, going against this mountain of a man in Jackson Price. And speaking of the Ascendancy, we are going to see Archer Blackwell and Hooligan McGinnis in tag action as they take on the Penthouse Players Clique. You'll remember back at the Rumble, Chris Brady, everyone's favorite homeboy, making a valiant effort in that matchup, only to be taken out of the match due to a combined effort by the Ascendancy. And you know, ever since then, Brady has been looking for revenge. Didn't have to look very far to find a tag team partner in our favorite ring announcer, King Naja. We're going to see him put the boots back on and team up with everyone's favorite homeboy in their battle against the Ascendancy. The Generalissimo of the Jarmy, Jonas Albert Robinson, is in action, taking on Naomi King. She is a newcomer into the scene, a recent graduate of the Oregon Pro Wrestling School, looking to make an impact here in POW Pro Wrestling. And of course, she's going to be in for a tall task, because as big as Jonas's mouth is, his list of opponents that he has defeated is possibly even bigger. Well, last month at Rough House, Marcus Erics shocked the world when he defeated Jaden in a Falls Count Anywhere match, a brutal affair to become the new Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion. You can even see him go so far as to have me put the belt around his waist in victory there. And that was certainly a big moment for the YouTube Championship. My heart goes out to Jaden. He put up a hell of a fight, and of course he was a great YouTube champion. But in the end, Erics overcame him in the Falls Count Anywhere matchup, and right now he is the representative of the Regret brand. His first title defense is going to be a doozy, though. He is taking on the debuting Oceano Avery. Let's hear some comments from the champion and the challenger right here.
I've wrestled in the Southwest, I've wrestled on the West Coast, I've wrestled in Italy and Germany, and finally, I am making my way to Eugene, Oregon. And not only that, I'm making my way to Eugene, Oregon for none other than the YouTube Championship. Now, Marcus Erics, you're a man who I've heard a lot about. You're a man that has a lot of respect to him, that a lot of people look up to. But frankly, I'm there for one reason and one reason only, and that's to make an impression. And I think there's no better way for me to make said impression than by taking that belt off you and being the brand new Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion.
For those of you that have been living under a rock, last show at Rough House, I became your new Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion. After beating Jaden the Unbelievable. Now you have someone who can bring dignity to this championship. While Jaden was out there defending against his buddies, all his little friends, I'm giving this opportunity to anyone out there And that brings me now to my opponent this month, Oceano Avery. Now you said you've heard of me, and I'm flattered. But unfortunately, it's not mutual. But I'm a man who does his homework. And I've seen where you've come from. I've seen the things you've done. And quite frankly, I'm impressed that you even think you have a chance. I went to hell and back with Jaden. And if you think that I'm not gonna do the same to keep this around my waist, you're wrong. It's very ironic that this show is called Never Tell Me the Odds. Because if you ask me, they're not in your favor. Because I am Marcus Erics, and you can't stop me.
Last month at Rough House, Matt Brannigan came within an eyelash of beating Charlie Avell for the POW Pro Wrestling Championship. But as is often the case when Avell is defending his title, we saw the Dynasty get involved. Not only were Los Sicarios getting into the mix, soon to be chased out by Amira, we also saw the debut of the Dynasty's newest heavy in Big Ann, helping lay waste to Brannigan, helping Charlie retain the POW title. Well, ever since then, Brannigan, along with the Hammer Brothers and Amira, they have all been wanting a shot at the Dynasty and Charlie Avell and that POW championship. But due to some legal wrangling, we came to find out soon after Rough House that Charlie Avell put a restraining order on Amira. I mean, needless to say, he does not want the Tower of Power anywhere near himself or his pretty POW championship. But you know what? We had to work with what the legal system gave us, and even though Amira will not be in action this Saturday night, we will see the Dynasty in action. All four members, Charlie Avell, Damon Void, Sobolvaro, and Big Ann, taking on Jack and Sledgehammer and Matt Brannigan, the Hammered Brothers, in a 3-on-4 handicap matchup. This is a matchup with a lot of big personalities, a lot of pride on the line, and a possible shot at the POW championship in the future, depending on how the Hammered Brothers perform. Let's hear from both sides of this colossal matchup right now.
I'm rolling. Another successful title defense for Pretty. Right, boys? Yeah. Huh? So, I heard a little bird tweet over my ear telling me that the Hammer Bros want a piece of us. And, again, Matt Brannigan. Possibly Amira. Hold on, though. I'm putting a restraining order on Amira after what she did during my match against Brannigan. Restraining order 500 feet away from me. So on September 27th, the other guys, they'll get their shot at us. But unfortunately, Amira, no go. So the Sicarios Dynasty, with the inclusion of Big Ann, versus the Hammer Brothers and Matt Brannigan. Come at us. Let's see if you can defeat us.
I'll slap butts.
Jack, we're finally teaming up with Matt Brannigan against Dynasty, POW Pro Wrestling Champion Charlie Avell, Los Sicarios, and... Jack? What are you wearing?
Well, I just thought to improve team morale, I'd dress up like Brannigan and cut his style of promo. You should join in.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Come on. I got a nice buzz going. I'm about halfway through 30 rack. Plus, that fireball whiskey whispers temptation in my ear. Hey, are we even in the same hallway?
Of course we're in the same hallway. Tool, beer?
Hey, thanks.
Now, as I was saying, we're taking on POW Pro Wrestling Champion Charlie Abel, Los Sicarios, and Big Ann on Saturday, September 27th at Never Tell Me the Odds. But guess what? I'm gonna tell Dynasty exactly what their odds are. It's 0, zilch, nada. They don't have a corn dog's chance in Sledge's kitchen of beating the combined posterior power of Matt Brannigan and the Hammer Brothers.
Because when you're a hammer,
everybody looks like a nail.
Folks, over the last several months, we have witnessed a heated, intense rivalry form between two young, uprising stars in POW Pro Wrestling. And this Saturday night, unfortunately, one of those promising careers could be cut short because these two individuals, Gunnar Thorson and Joey Thornton, will do battle in a barbaric dog collar matchup. Let's find out how these two young bulls came to lock horns. Gunnar Thorson's one-man war with the Jarmy began at Hard Luck back in March, when Jonas Albert Robinson's opponent no-showed and he challenged the Jarmy leader. Never one to face a challenge head-on, Jonas sent Mickey Montoya into Gunnar's path at Brilliant Adventure in April, but Jonas saw his emissary swiftly defeated. A match was made for heat of the moment, pitting Gunnar against the Jarmy's young lion in Joey Thornton. But the match never began, as Thornton ambushed his opponent and put him through a table. That July at Multiple Maniacs, Gunnar tried to match the Jarmy's tactics by ambushing Thornton, but the numbers game of the Jarmy proved too much. Last month at Rough House, Gunnar went for broke, attacking Thornton and Montoya, but ended up with his own chain tied around his neck as the Jarmy attempted to put Gunnar on the shelf for good. Finally, Gunnar issued this challenge, hoping to settle the score once and for all.
September 27th, here at World Palace. Joey Thornton versus Gunnar Thorson in a dog collar match.
Whoa! Whoa! There will be no escape from pain or punishment at Never Tell Me the Odds when Gunnar Thorson and Joey Thornton do battle in what could be a career-ending dog collar match. Certainly that is going to be an intense matchup. It's going to be the biggest match of either man's career, and you'll only find it here at POW Pro Wrestling when we present Never Tell Me the Odds this Saturday night, September 27th, live starting at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Let's break down the rest of the card you're going to see that night. The Hammer Brothers and Matt Brannigan team up to take on the Dynasty in a 3-on-4 handicap matchup. Marcus Eriks defends the Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship against Oceano Avery. Jonas Albert Robinson takes on the debuting Naomi King. The Ascendancy will be in action, first off in a tag match against the Penthouse Players Clique, and the big man, Jackson Price, will take on Chuko Bum. The Bad Life choice, Caden Cassidy, has something to prove when he takes on Bryce Saturn in singles competition. The protagonist of Pro Wrestling, Kid Bandit, takes on another member of the Alpha Sigma squad in Caleb Kennedy. And of course, the 2 out of 3 falls match for the POW Pro Wrestling tag titles, as the Flamin' Aces challenge the Hess Clan. No way for the Hesses to sneak out of this one with a countout or disqualification. Folks, that's all going down this Saturday night. If you can't be there live in Eugene, Oregon, you have to watch us on the YouTube channel, live starting at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. It's going to be a huge night of action you're not going to want to miss in this or any galaxy. It's Never Tell Me the Odds this Saturday night. For everyone here at POW Pro Wrestling, I'm Brian Zane, and we'll see you then.